Round 5 also saw a huge upset on the top board. It was expected that the ex-student would have an easy game against an advanced student, but it was not the case. It was a shock defeat for Akash. So let me show you what happened. The opening was a Joko piano where Akash won a pawn, but white has got a good sender and more active pieces. The e4 pawn is missing for white. Now this should be okay for black. The pawn should be a clear extra pawn. Here Ayush played rook e1, Akash castled, queen e2, bishop f6, and bishop g5. A big blunder by Ayush actually. It's a basic mistake. He just gave up a piece. Maybe he was looking for the trick that happened, or he just did not see the. I believe he thought takes allows queen e8, but then he would have realized that the rook doesn't have to take, that the queen can go back. This is what he must have been expecting. He thought this would work, but then the rook doesn't have to take. A move like queen d8 is queen d8, bishop f7. Yeah, that should be holdable. What is the engine saying? Yeah, black's winning after that. So that is probably why he gave up the piece. He played bishop g5, takes. Now he did not go for queen e8 because it doesn't work. Now Aish went for queen f3, and queen f3 was making a big threat, which is very easy to miss actually. I mean, Agash missed it. Agash played knight a5, and can you see the finish? Just queen f7, and it's a mate. So doing all these puzzles in Puzzle Rush or tactics in puzzles, these things help when moves like this become so easy to spot. If you are a good tactician, this would be very easy to spot. And Ayush spotted it. How fast did he see it? Yeah, he almost pre-moved it actually. He took like 3 seconds to play the move, to play Queen f7, and Agash was shocked and immediately resigned because it's a mate next. If rook takes, then it's one move checkmate. And if rook doesn't take, queen takes rook would be checkmate. So that was the big update of the round. So with that, Ayush is leading with 4.5 out of 5 going into the final round, which is at 5 o'clock. Now, the other update I want to show you is this nice position between Aditya, Ranjan Sahu, and Niranjan. Niranjan had fought really well to get a position like this. It's totally winning for white, but it's not that simple. You can see how Aditya converted this. He just got his king up, rook e5, king f6, rook takes, and now here actually there was a easier way to win for Aditya. Just rook g1, and the pawn promotes basically. If king g8, then h7, and then pawn promotes. So Aditya didn't do that. He played king f7, but that allows rook g5. Now small chance for Niranjan to hold it, but then white brings a rook in, and here the rook went in, and this is where Niranjan makes the big mistake. What if he had just gone back to f7? What would have happened then? Let's see. If he had gone back, sorry, to g2, what would have happened? Oh, then rook h8 is going to be mate. So there was nothing much for him to do. After rook e8, there is no defense. So a nice conversion by Aditya. By the way, Aditya had a small move which he could have done before. In the middle game, Aditya had a nice move after, this position. Instead of queen d2, which he played, he should have played knight h4. It was just a little bit of calculation that was needed. Of course, if black takes, then we have bishop f6, and the queen cannot take back. Here, black has to be precise and play bishop f5. In which case, we'll just take the knight. So maybe he thought that that's too much calculation, too much complication. So he went for a quiet queen d2, but it all ended well for him. So at the end of 5 rounds, we have one leader on 4.5, Ayush, and then we have 3 players on 4. Then 2 players on 3.5, and then I believe a lot of people on 3, and then 2.5. So there are 13 prizes, 7 main prizes, 3 for advanced and 3 for super advanced. So just one round away from the finish are we.